into Vertigo, the decider map of this series. Two similarly ranked teams go the distance, but who has their edge on our third and final map?
fnatic, the aggressors. Mezzy with the P250. Maybe this will be a slower one. Oh, Afro, double P250. Afro will be the Raider boss. And Mezzy will do it naked. Kind of matches the gloves there. Oh, what? Roy, he was jumping. He was in the air like flipping Chad Musker on a skateboard. What's going on? 4-on-3 for fnatic. Make it 4-on-2. Roy is taking absolute liberties. He has taken the Mick, mate. He's taken the Michael. Kreisnall and DemQQ versus the world on the way to the floor, apparently. And DemQQ's the only one that remains. Roy looking for that fifth, surely. Absolutely outrageous. That dude's playing Tony Hawk's in Counter-Strike.
Outrageous from Roy. Yeah, the jump shot, as soon as you see him land that, you feel like, oh, hang on. This might be around. It looks like everything's going Roy's way. That's exactly what happens. Even clears that player in CT. Perfect headshot height. What a start for fnatic. The P250's not needed. All about the Glock of Roy. I think that's a really good sign for fnatic. I honestly think if Roy plays at his best, he could be the key to unlock this team throughout the playoffs. Have his best performance in the group stage, but that leaping like a salmon.
That's Bob Burnquist at the X Games, man. The classic run. Jesus. Outrageous.
Maybe Roy's looking forward to CS2, you know. You can kick flip the AK. Been having a lot of fun with that. Was certainly some extreme action from Roy. Do have the force back from Monte, though. Damage done onto DemQQ. They can't challenge full ramp, so he will fast for now. Act a little further. fnatic already in position to use some utility on A. Dexter will be sent in to try and scout for info. Info he will get. He's got one kill. While the bomb's moving up mid, and I think fnatic might figure out this is a stack here. Even if they do, they could always just come in on the flank. That's what Crims will do. Looks like fnatic have figured this one out.
Pretty clean. Done. Very nicely indeed. The floor is bleached. No traces of Monte in that one, or minimal. Let's put it that way. Is Keita wearing a Dexter shirt? Did I see? Who knows? Promising start from fnatic. Moving swiftly, moving nicely through the map together. So this is going to be a really rough start for Monte. Mostly naked pistols in this one. Some Dayung's gone down to $1,250 in round 3. They've only got 2 kills so far. So I don't know if this is urgency in that respect or what, but I'm going to keep an eye on what his money looks like when it's their buy round. If they'll be short of grenades, which doesn't mean he would be wrong to spend this much money. That's just an observation I would like to make. I don't know what his plan is. Whatever his plan was, though, it has not come to fruition on this occasion.
Yeah, Monte's money management sometimes confuses me. It's the same with Waro. Sometimes he will just buy pistols and then not be able to afford that AWP. I'm sure he'll be okay with the rifle, which he will be able to get out. See exactly what the buy looks like coming up. It is M4A1s across the board, all silenced for Monte. No kits in play in this one, though. Always something to consider on Vertigo. If you have that A-site execute coming in, and not having a kit on the retake can be scary, and it doesn't look like Monte are fighting for ramp heavily. Those nades will, though. That's good damage early onto those forward fnatic players, and now they come in to fight ramp at just the right time.
Great start for Monte, looking for their first round. Sam Dayong short of 2 grenades at the beginning of this round. Just the incendiary and the flashbang for him. Or a little hungry. Gives an opening to fnatic, which doesn't last too long though. Crim's trying to re-emerge in the angle, but it will just be the one frag for fnatic, so no damage done in terms of shortcomings in economy. Monte are on the scoreboard for surviving. All good in the hood.
Looked pretty damn quick there, James. Almost couldn't keep up. Impressed.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Just take the compliment, you know? Yeah, this was well done by Monte. I like how they don't straight away challenge for ramp. They use that bit of utility first. Then they coordinate those swings a little later. This works really nicely. Second, Afro was going to have a chance there, but not given to it. He's out with the AK. The AWP, I should say. Made onto Mezzy. Sometimes just doing that little bit of damage can make the difference. M4 might be a one-shot headshot against Mezzy now. Testing the waters on mid then. That boost didn't go according to plan. Crim's handled. SDY will drop back, giving his team the man advantage.
Flash for a swing. Dexter trying to pull CTs to mid. As you can see his teammates creeping up on the ramp as well. If you got that kill, then A could be a lot weaker, but it's a 3-on-5. They will be positions focused on mid. It will come back to join the fight on the A bomb site. 30 seconds for Monte as they await the play from fnatic. That's all their util gone. They're going to have to plant in the open. Roy's committed, Afro's lost, and it's just Roy now. 1 versus 5, made none versus 5 as Monte find their second round. They've had 9 people survive in these last 2 rounds combined as well, which is a plus for their economy as they look to build on the CT side.
Yeah, convincing early gun rounds for Monte. That's a good sign for them. And in that round, fnatic, they go down a man early. Prims gets dealt with on this boost. And you can see Dexter just continues to try and pressure this position, maybe try and make it difficult for Monte to read what's going on. But as soon as he loses that fight, it makes it really easy for Monte to handle that A play. At least the bomb plant is in for fnatic, so they scrape a buy again. Not had much success on ramp early in this one. Looks like they're not going to go there early this time. They've actually lost numbers elsewhere. It's the B aggression paying off for Monte.
Big flash, but no check! Wow, that is a combination of... I ran out of words.
It happens. You should upgrade to the premium package.
Oh yeah, I should.
Words.
Get on that Duolingo, English to English. 2-on-5. Now it is just Afro. 1 versus 5. A question of damage, perhaps. He sees the shoulder, and Waro takes a bullet for the president. That wasn't him showing his shoulder before. Minutes on the clock for Afro. One's coming in from the back, though. The end of his run is here. Just the proceedings in that little corner on the side was crazy. The window of happenings at the same time. But anyway, important frags early for Monte and a cleanup later on. Going from strength to strength.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying earlier. I feel as though fnatic were the favorites coming into this matchup. But honestly, with what we've seen in this series so far, it does feel like the Monte players are maybe just that little bit sharper today. And we're kind of seeing that in some of these early gun rounds. Timings of the swings look good. The team play looks solid from Monte. Even just the 50-50 fights, I feel are going their way a little more often. Wait to see if fnatic can pull a rabbit out of the hat in this round, because they've only got the pistols to work with. See if any of them have been taking their magic lessons. Got a few flashes, as well as the pistols in this one. Oh, run boost round the corner. Mezzi to position early, and SDY ready to deny.
I can't be the only one who secretly hopes every run boost around there fails, because I just want to see the guy fall off the side of the building. What is wrong with me? I'm living vicariously.
We all do it.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
I like the double B setup Monte have got going, especially in this sort of round. Up against pistols. No need to leave your B anchor alone and risk him getting run over. Who's spotted by Bro. And that is a very quick cleanup. 2 AKs on the B site. It's got to be a good feeling for Monte.
A confidence building round. They're really getting their money into a nice position now, surrounding fnatic and taking the lead. And now you start to wonder how important that pistol round might have been for fnatic. We'll find out by half-time. That's amazing. You just see those old 80s sound effects as they round the corner.
Very nice.
Nice.
Here come the guns for fnatic. Monte with heavy presence towards their A site early. That is 4 CTs playing towards A. Suggests they're going to look for some map control in this one. Puts it down so DemQQ can move forwards. How much further does he want to go though? You can see Roy a little concerned. DemQQ could be in that corner. He's already just tried to pre-fire that. He is holding, but DemQQ wins the duel with the AK. Cypher's got to be a little careful. He's under pressure here. Looks like Monte are happy with just the man advantage in the slink back. Ouch.
Very ouch indeed. Spray of crimson on the back wall. fnatic need an individual performance now. They need a multi-frag. Just the one flash in the hands of Crims. Bro will be fine there. He can exist there, no problem. Separates a trade frag, but perhaps one won't be required. There's a flash from Crims, and Dexter's able to deliver finally an opening frag for fnatic in a very urgent situation. Crims makes it 3, makes it 2. Crims again. So important every game for fnatic. DemQQ creeping forward. Dexter in the smoke, out of the smoke. How has this become a 2-on-2? fnatic imposing their will on this B bomb site. DemQQ and Waro remain. Awkward to trade frag with that AWP, creeping forward, both with kit, but now it's just Waro switching out to the M4. Only 10 bullets in the magazine. Spots the backpacker, Dexter. Needs a fatal connection, can't find one. Crims finds a third, and fnatic squeezed that round out of the bag. That was certainly the rabbit out of the hat. Not an easy round to achieve, but fnatic show their power in this one.
That is lovely work from Crims. He's such an important player for fnatic. I feel like when the stars are struggling, it's so often Crims who steps up with these bailout rounds. And honestly, all series long, Crims has looked like the best player on fnatic. So reliable for the squad, gets those 2 important kills. Was certainly the impact player of that round. See if fnatic can have some players joining him. Early utility deployed again. This time, no damage done. So Monte will flash themselves in for early fights. Not like fnatic are too interested in giving them fuels early though. So this time, no man advantage for Monte, which they've been able to pick up pretty often. fnatic will get a chance to try and play into the mid and late round. Still not much pressure put on the map by fnatic here. It's like they will finally start to move up into ramp.
Look at all this util they've got, though. That said, There is, well, now one incendiary left for Monte, which might have a part to play in a potential bomb plant here. Warrow gets a nice pick up, and they can use that for area control. They are dropping like flies on the bomb site, fnatic, but Afro may have something to say. DemQQ got to focus forward, but is anyone covering his angle for him? Krasnal moving into Afro, and they can't drop him. 27 seconds, it's still doable for him. They keep showing. He's got 2 bullets left in the magazine now. He'll need a strong back to carry fnatic through this one. 14 seconds, and it might be time to fall back and hold on to this sniper. They had plenty of intentions, fnatic, but weren't able to execute.
Forced into a save. And that setup from Monte worked out really nicely because Warrow gets that first kill on the scaffold side. This is a solid shot. But then Krasnal rotating in could have been stuck behind a smoke, but I'm pretty sure he made it just out in time. He was able to just get there as that smoke was blooming. So having that rotate so soon, really important there for Monte, because otherwise those 2 players committed into short, into scaffold, would have been crunched on. But instead, Krasnal arrives to help. Now we've got to see what fnatic can do with this hero. Or Warrow's here to meet him, here to deny early. But a rare Crimson because of it. See if he holds on to it.
fnatic thought they were cooking up something nice in that last round. Now they are suddenly in a dire situation. Got to find a way to turn this around, otherwise there'll be no plumging for them at the end of this series. Everybody likes a plumging. M4 with the AWP now. Almost all of them are naked though. Hard to duel when you've got no clothes on. Roy with 12 HP is the only man of Kevlar. See how long he stands. There could be a bomb plant in this, but there's also util to stop it for Monte. 3 remain. Mezzi holds forward with that P250. Trying to hold some presence, running into the meat grinder now, and all the fingers have been taken off by Monte. Just losing the first player, don't be too concerned with that bomb plant. Keep the numbers up, keep the money up, keep pressing forward.
Keep on keeping on. That's the goal for Monte. 6-4 now. This has been a pretty big turnaround. I mean, fnatic won the pistol. fnatic went 3-0 up. The gun rounds have been so convincing. This is obviously a lower buy, so fnatic did a decent job at getting towards the site here. Or getting flanked. At least a bomb plant for fnatic, but there's always going to be a cleanup there for Monte. The fnatic players tried to cross back. And I think this is a good time for a timeout, but just 10 rounds played and a second timeout forced out of fnatic. Peter doesn't like what he's seeing right now.
His chat does say Keaton on the back.
There we go. Good to know. You've got to get the coach his own proper jersey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scrounging player once.
2 AKs in the hands of the CT side. A nice measure of success, but also can be the difference maker when it comes to the duels as well. Smoke to the side for CTs to deal with. Warrow again with a fast pick with the AWP. That man doesn't give a monkeys about what fnatic have in mind for this squad. That's so aggressive from him, and they'll pick it up even more. They're not going to sit back on that 1-0 scoreline. They'll make it 2.
Crims is just going to maybe try and make a hero play, sneaking in through scaffold. Afro hits that shot. Crims' play pays off suddenly. A round could be back in the balance. Dexter there, lucky to take a warning shot. It was through the side of the box. The rotate has arrived here for Monte. Maybe fnatic have to just slow things down. No nades left for fnatic, though. At the same time, Monte having only 3 players up, they will have to spread out here. Bro could get isolated on this B side of the map if he's not careful. There's utility in play for Bro, so perhaps he can delay. fnatic will just be trying to go contact into this B site, and depending on the timing, Bro could get caught here. He's having to cover 2 jobs right now. His teammates arrive though. Warrior's got the cross with the AWP. There's no nades to deny, but it's a missed shot and a chance at a bomb plant.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Again.
24 HP for Dexter. The bomb will be planted, and Afro's got a good angle. How many bullets left in the mag? Dexter often finding some frags through that smoke. Not on this occasion. Afro in the clutch now, looking for the second. Almost, but not quite. Urgent attempts with both snipers. But it's Monte who stand at the end of the round. 7-4. A violent game of Vertigo, and there's plenty of rounds to come.
Yeah, you see the Monte. I mean, at least LMVT looking pretty relaxed, happy that they're able to do that. That's the opening from Waro, so aggressive. Then the ramp fights have been pretty good in general for Monte. This time, Crim's made that heads-up play, nearly made the round uncomfortable for Monte. In the end, they do get the advantage on this retake. Waro's P250 does just enough. Bro not able to adjust with his AWP. It's 4-8 again for Monte. They've been so oppressive on ramp, and that's set to continue. The flash is on point to set up DemQQ early. Push coming around the side, but more kills coming for Monte. 5-on-3 with no reply from fnatic.
Mezzi making inroads towards B, urgently so. Be retake territory for Monte. They'll have to be comfortable with that. They've got the mollies and the smokes for it, for certain. That's such an important molly, though. Forces a lot of map control away from Monte in terms of util. It's just a flash for fnatic, but maybe the angles will be enough. Afro having a look on occasion. Krasnal, that's outrageous. 5-on-2 then. I don't know how long Crims can last in this scenario. Asking surely too much of him on this occasion. Looking for the touchdown as a swing comes from the front for DemQQ. And Samdayang is there to defuse the bomb in time. That was a fast-moving round. That jumping frag from Krasnal made all the difference, though.
Yeah, it just feels like everything's going Monte's way right now. I mean, the utility's really solid for them on these ramp fights. fnatic, 2 players commit through, the rest can't follow. Then Krasnal leaping into the bomb site with absolutely no fear. Making sure that Monte close it out on the retake. It's just these early fights that have been so against fnatic all over the map. That has to change for them here. They are 8-4 down after being 3-0 up, and they've lost the opening again. Another man goes down. Roy and Dexter ahead of the rest of the team. Can't get the openers they were looking for. Monte with another good opportunity. Afro is going to get traded as well.
Monte have really got their engine started now, but the numbers are still tight here for personnel on both teams. We've seen a big clutch from fnatic already. Crims is still up, and you know that means danger for Monte. Even at half health, he could still be a problem, but as he is fast moving, spotted Samdayang now on that bomb site. That was important info for him. That might have been a free kill for Monte. It was looking likely so. Disengaging then with a minute on the clock, they will cut noise. Who goes up? Mezzi on this occasion. Looking for a peek. 2 of the 3 for Monte on this B bomb site. Samdayang rounding the corner, almost showing some elbow. Krasnal starting to move away now. This timing looks good for Mezzi. Still focused on where SDY was. But where he is a different factor altogether. Happy to put a second back on this B bomb site. 25 seconds now as Crim starts to move through. Samdayang drops Mezzi. Crim's in the smoke. Rounds the corner, desperately trying to find Krasnal, but can't get the duel fast enough. Can't win the duel either. Can't slow down Monte. They move to 9.
Monte players are just looking better right now. They just look more together. Seeing it so often. Monte get up into a 5-on-3 early. And from there, it doesn't really matter if fnatic get a couple of nice kills back because they're always on the back foot. You've got to remember, fnatic, They won the pistol. They got the 3-0 lead. The other round they won was that Crim's bailout. It's not gone well for them in gun rounds, but maybe the Tech 9s are the answer. Kill from Mezzy early, but clean up from Waro. The flashback in. Oh, it's a team kill. It's chaos on the server, but it's Monte still with a man advantage.
Dexter quickly trying to close that distance of all those flashbangs, all those grenades. Did they hear his sound cues? See the CT's backing up. He's got a chance for a 1v1. Bro spotted, looking to swing now. Guess he's got to do it quickly, but DemQQ will be there to trade in time. This has been such a brutal game of Vertigo. Fast-paced, big action, big frags. 10 rounds for Monte on their CT side. They are stabilizing.
Good early kill, but Waro's AWP here. Not enough nades to really deny this sniper. Still got close. The 5-7 doesn't come out in time. DemQQ there for the initial cleanup. And then Dexter always going to be traded there despite his best efforts. Last round of the half. And fnatic salvage a 5th round at a minimum. See if they decide to slow things down early. Initial fights have been impressive against them. And Bro finds a gap on the smoke. As he maybe not 100% ready for that. Just does damage, but Monte get the opening kill again.
Aggression continues. This time Dexter's ready for it. Monte trying to hammer fist their way through every round, and it's been a great success. There's one more to collect. The pack spotted, but he needs to hitbox, and he finds it. SDY just about gets his bell rung, but he's still standing. Grenade to try and follow up, and Roy could find himself in trouble here, even if he gets this good as a trade fragger right here in DemQQ. But Afro will do exactly the same. 2-on-2, 1 minute on the clock. Again, as fast-moving Waro going into battle sniper mode. He's got almost all the util for the squad, but the AWP will have to be the focus. Afro going to the side again. It's an awkward angle for him. He won't be ready for Waro. Waro has to deliver here, though. The scope is heard. That's a quick scope from Waro, leaving Crims in a 1 versus 2. He's got the bomb, and he's got 35 seconds to find a way into a 5th round for fnatic. Catching Bro, but that's not the sniper. That's not the man who popped his teammate, and he has to realize that. Waro switching out for the collection of options in spawn. Coming back towards A as Crims wonders where that last man is. The man of all the utility for the CT side. Hasn't been spotted just yet. 10 seconds on the clock now as Crims goes for a brazen bomb plant, but Waro will deny him. A huge half again for Monte. Have they done enough?
The lights, they flashing while I'm driving back home. 11 at night, in parties, but I'm feeling alone. All the stars in the midnight sky look pretty. Baby, I'm rolling, can you please come with me? Cause I'm tired of the pop life and I need you. Late nights, early mornings. I'm cruising right around. 90 on the dashboard. Figuring out life. Yeah. 12 o'clock in the club and I can't leave. My sports car outside doing top speed. You choosing up and I hope that you choose me. I'll be everything you want plus what you need. No car service, I'm driving. Bucket seats for you when we riding. And we high off life, we doing 90. And the highway car right behind me. Paranoia really untimely. Am I going crazy? likely. They flashing while I'm driving back home. 11 at night. In parties, but I'm feeling alone. All the stars in the midnight sky look pretty. Baby, you're rolling, can you please come with me? Cause I'm tired of the pop life and I need you. They flashing while I'm driving back home. 11 at night. In parties, but I'm feeling alone. All the stars in the midnight sky look pretty. Baby, you're rolling, can you please come with me? Cause I'm tired of the pop life and I need you. I need you.
This is turning into a very unpredictable series, looking at the second half of Overpass, the comeback attempt from Monte, and what they have done in the first half of Vertigo. A hell of a score they take into the second half. fnatic's turn to have their backs to the wall and be dependent to some degree on this pistol run. They've got the talent, they've got the team, they've got the strats. Have they got the headshots? That's what the pistol round often is. Warrow will have a P250 whiteout to be wielding, heading towards the B bomb site. Maybe a simple one for Monte as they move in. Mezzy needs to be dealt with though, and he's not the only person here. Mezzy and Crims cleaning up so far. The bomb's now committed to this bomb site, and Monte are as well. fnatic 7 rounds behind. Would love a victory here, and that's exactly what they'll get.
Much more like it from fnatic, much more like it from Mezzy, who has been so quiet on this map. Normally, the best player for fnatic, normally very reliable. This time he plays at the back of the site, allows Crims to take contact, so that second player isn't even looking his way. Crims yet again, a rock on that bomb site. That is now both pistols won by fnatic. They have no excuses in this one. The gun rounds have been their falling point. It's been where they've struggled. Got to change that in the future. First, they've got to make sure they don't do anything silly against this round. Crims and Mezzy will get a chance to clean up again.
Nice work with the FAMAS. Warrow will try to find one of these helmetless players, rather. You know, from my limited testing of Vertigo on CS2, it seems that when you're in the toilets, it no longer shows as engaged. Don't quote me on that. I need to double check it. Because at some point they made that change on Vertigo, so if you hide in the toilet, it shows as engaged, which makes it pointless and impossible to hide in the toilet. So it's like, well, what are we doing here? And they never reverted it. They just made it a useless position. If you've ever gone to a music festival, there's anyone who has always opened a porta-pooey and there's been somebody in there with their trousers around their ankles and they just haven't locked the door, okay? So we don't need this engaged nonsense. Just stop it. Leave it vacant so people can hide. I want to see people in the toilets. That's what I want to see. Not like Dr. Disrespect, you know, live on stream. But I mean, in the map of Vertigo.
Just give me the option to lock it or not. That's all I want, you know. Sometimes I might want some privacy. Sometimes, you know.
Be a bit risque.
No, I accidentally left the door unlocked. Oh.
Yeah. It's like when Winnow Ryder was shoplifting, you know, like you need a bit of risk in your life.
Exactly. Oh, right then. fnatic. I mean, they've taken a lot of risk by putting themselves so far down on this map, but they're trying to bounce back here. They have a couple of weaker rifles in there, but 3 M4s. Smoked down early by Roy. Very common to try and work around the side of this. Teammate goes aggressive, but Monte deny that aggression. It's a 5-on-3 already.
Monte are looking good. They are looking squeaky clean, freshly shaved, well polished. Prim still has something to say. He always does. Such an important player at finding a way back into a round. This has not reached its conclusion yet. Oh, that was such a big duel. Samdayan crossing mid alone with the bomb. Had to win that one. Otherwise, who knows what could happen. 1v3 with no kit, 23 HP. Might be asking a little too much of Crims, though. He's trying to bait them to rotate away from this bomb. Krasnal may go hook, line, and sinker. Well, there's the hook. What now, though? I think he'll just be hiding with no kit. Crims, always capable of finding two and pulling his team from the doldrums back into this game. We can see the kit that was in mid as well. Won't have a part to play in this one. Monte moved to 12. fnatic have half the score. A lot of work to do to catch up.
Smart move from Crims to try and reposition again, but SDY will find him eventually. Nothing saved for fnatic. And honestly, Crims is the one player for fnatic that can have his head held high right now. He's been doing everything he can. He's been their best player in this series, and that's not meant to be the case. He's just meant to be the anchor, the reliable player towards the difficult positions for fnatic. He's been putting up star numbers. His teammates are not there alongside him right now, though. Both pistol rounds won by fnatic, and they only have 6 rounds on the board total. The gun rounds have been disastrous. That doesn't change soon. It could be dumped out of Season 18 of Pro League. Loser goes home, winner moves on in the playoffs here on this map. It is a force buy for fnatic. They've gone in heavily on this round. If they lose this, they are so far behind. fnatic need this one.
Whew. Oh, this is tense. This is tense, but he's seen the legs and he's out of there. 5 on 4. Someone had to find something. And that has happened at the very least. Perhaps a gun to be collected later. A quick look from Crims and he can disengage. He lost half his health, but he's standing. They've got the numbers, fnatic. That's important. No early losses. No vacuum for Monte to fill.
fnatic fall back into setup that can lean either way quickly. 2 on B, 1 mid, 2 on A. But Crims in mid with this 5-7. Looks like he will largely just play for information here. Maybe ask for some assistance from those B players that are pretty close by. Utility will make that difficult though. Smoke up, that's a team molly. That's gonna slow them so much.
This is a disaster area now for Monte. They haven't got any frags yet. There are 30 seconds. There's an error in mid. They're going to... This is going to be brutal. This is going to be brutal. It has to be. Somehow Maisie doesn't get a kill from that one. Thanks for creeping through, and Monte might just do this relatively cleanly. Down to a 3-on-3. Made 2 now as that 5-7's taken away. That is really important. 15 seconds to get this bomb plant. No angle for Afro as he peppers with the FAMAS. What do they do now? They made it difficult. They made the chances narrow, but they still failed. Monte running a tight ship on Vertigo.
Still ends up going wrong for fnatic. It looked like they had their chances there. Roy gets them off to a good start over on ramp, but instead just couldn't quite find that angle in stairs. Needed to clear that side out and survive with his rifle. Didn't happen for him. Team damage out of spawn, but who the hell cares? They're against full USPs. Even when it feels like fnatic should have every chance to win the round, it goes wrong. Stacked on A then. Maybe a chance for some kills. That'll do nicely. doubt they'll get much more out of this. They actually are doing an okay job here. How does that come so close?
Oh my days.
DemQQ just about holds on.
Keep the wheels turning. Doesn't matter how it finishes, as long as they have the last legs standing in the round. What a wild situation, though. USP's running wild. Entertaining game of Vertigo, but how many rounds are left? We have a timeout from fnatic, who have got so much work to do. It has been a failure of a game for them so far. 6-14 simply isn't good enough, and they may not have a chance to do much more if Monte continue their run.
I mean, the more damning fact is outside of the 2 pistol round wins and follow-up rounds, fnatic have won 1 round. 1 gun round, basically. And even that was Crims just bailing them out when they were down in numbers. The gun rounds have been a disaster zone for fnatic. They have rifles now. That has to change. M4 out from Roy. That little gap. But Monte pretty happy to sit back early. Takes out this early utility. Wow, SDY able to get 1 on mid, but the double stack works for Crims to at least find a refrag. Monte will turn their attention towards ramp, where Roy looks to fight them. He commits, but he goes down. Monte get both kills on A. That's got to be round over.
Can't lose these rifles, surely. Oh, whoa, okay, okay. Oh, hold on a second. Gonna hit Krasnal. No, it's not gonna hit anyone at all. Can't get too excited then. They take nothing into match point Monte. I don't know, man. Oh, multiple targets. They don't have a kit. This is throwing the good money after the bad. Mezzi needs to save if he will be allowed to, and he won't. They went too far. The point of no return punctured by Waro. Match point for Monte.
MVT's just been laughing away behind Monte. He's having a great time. A re-aggression from fnatic quickly dealt with. This was a shot from Waro. Oh, so brutal for Crims, who's been the only player delivering for fnatic. Crims is top of the server, and they're losing 15-6. It's not fair, but that's how Counter-Strike is sometimes. One trade early. Monte with plenty of chances to eliminate fnatic here.
So dangerous. Show of strength from Monte on Vertigo. fnatic on their last legs, desperately trying to hold the ramp. Roy's got nowhere to go. Oh, that last shot of the magazine, at least there is that, but it might be a small highlight in a painful game of Vertigo. 2-on-2 for Monte, the remainder on the ramp. So much time to cut noise and try and spread fnatic even thinner.
Monte happy to play patient. Oh, there's a chance fnatic will second guess whether this A site is going to be final destination. With that smoke up, maybe fnatic will start to realize they should hang around here. Afro Scout could well get a body shot for a frag right now. Cross to the site, missed shot from Afro. SDY is just baiting though. The bomb's going B. The bomb gets planted for free on B. SDY will try and join back with his teammate. Bro will just sit on the site waiting.
Perfect flash as well to buy time for that rotation to delay Mezzi. That's the frag he needed to get Afro with the scout. Hasn't done enough. Pro will put fnatic out of their misery and move forward in the brackets at Pro League.
A dominant map win for Monte. Outside of the pistol rounds, they won basically every other round here against fnatic. This did not look close on this map, and that is a statement.